SEC charges Unicoin top executives with $100 million massive securities fraud. Unicoin CEO announced last month that he'd rejected the SEC's offer to negotiate a settlement. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission sued crypto company Unicoin and 3 executives on Tuesday night on fraud charges, saying the company raised over $100 million for tokens that were not actually backed by the real estate its executives claimed. The SEC sued Unicoin CEO Alexander Konanykhin, former board chair Maria Moschini, senior vice president and general counsel Richard Devlin, and former chief investment officer and investor relations officer Alejandro Dominguez on securities law violations. Among its allegations, the SEC said Unicoin never actually owned the real estate properties it told investors it had acquired, and that those properties' values were inflated. For example, between September 2023 and January 2024, the Promoting Defendants announced acquisitions of properties in Argentina, Thailand, Antigua, and the Bahamas, purportedly with appraised values totaling more than $1.4 billion. In fact, the majority of those transactions never closed, and the actual combined value of the 4 properties was no more than $300 million. The complaint said. The defendants also overstated the company's sales of its rights certificates, suggesting in social media posts and to investors that it had raised far more funds than it actually had, the SEC alleged. While Unicoin claimed it had made $3 billion in sales by June 2024, it actually never sold more than $110 million in its rights certificates, according to the complaint. Moreover, Unicoin advertised its rights certificates, including by promising outsized returns of up to 9 million%, the SEC alleged, pointing to marketing efforts on taxicabs, ferries, office building elevator screens, digital billboards, coasters, television programs, news websites, and public Wi-Fi kiosks. Additional examples of the Promoting Defendants statements include a social media and website posts that touted potential returns of 9 million% based on Bitcoin's 9 million% growth in the past 10 years and told investors to take advantage of the early days of Unicoin and get them today, highlighting that Bitcoin experienced a tremendous rise in value, transforming early adopters into millionaires and even billionaires, the filing said. Read more. Unicoin CEO. Why are we still under the SEC's gun? Unicoin received a Wells notice from the SEC last December, informing the company that the regulator, then under the leadership of former chair Gary Gensler, intended to file securities fraud charges. Last month, Konanykhin sent a letter to Unicoin's shareholders, informing them that the company had rebuffed the SEC's attempt to settle the charges, rejecting what he described as an ultimatum to attend a settlement negotiation meeting by April 18. We declined to show up, Konanykhin told CoinDesk in an April interview, adding that the SEC had made certain pre-meeting demands he deemed unacceptable, and claiming that the SEC's probe had caused multi-billion-dollar damages to the company. Read more. Unicoin CEO rejects SEC's attempt to settle enforcement probe. Neither Konanykhin nor a spokesperson for Unicoin responded to CoinDesk's request for comment by press time. In a press release shared earlier this year in response to a Wall Street Journal article, a spokesperson said, Unicoin, the only fully U.S. registered, U.S. regulated, U.S. audited, and U.S. publicly reporting cryptocurrency company, has consistently complied with all regulations. According to court documents, the SEC is seeking disgorgement and civil penalties. Nicolesh Da is CoinDesk's managing editor for global policy and regulation, covering regulators, lawmakers, and institutions. He owns less than $50 in BTC and less than $20 in ETH. He won a Gerald Loeb Award in the beat reporting category as part of CoinDesk's blockbuster FTX coverage in 2023, and was named the Association of Cryptocurrency Journalists and Researchers Journalist of the Year in 2020. On the news team at CoinDesk, Cheyenne focuses on crypto regulation and crime. Cheyenne is originally from Houston, Texas. She studied political science at Tulane University in Louisiana. In December 2021, she graduated from CUNY's Craig Newmark Graduate School of Journalism, where she focused on business and economics reporting. She has no significant crypto holdings.